We're live. Go, Steve. Do your thing.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Ringside. You were live. Checkin Ringside.
Yeah, so sorry. I had my introduction. I lost it. Good. Not my introduction, my thing. Okay, sorry. We are live. We're still on Steve. Okay, so welcome to the show, guys. Let's start off. Let's check out the talking points today. And let's start off with, you're going to have to help me. This Sarukin versus Pules Bras.
Brian, I can't. You know why I can't see the talking points?
He needs his glasses, Brian.
Let's talk about how this altercation could impact both fighters and the broader fight community. Well, so I just heard this. Pules is not a fighter, right?
No, he's a social media. He's a wrestler, and he's become big on social media. So he's just, he's a big wrestler. He likes to tout his record, if you want to say that, and that he's never been taken down to the ground. So through social media, this guy Armin, I shouldn't call him just this guy, Armin Sarukian. He's actually a lightweight contender in the UFC. He's currently on contract. He just decided to pick up this match through RAF, which is a Real American Freestyle. I've never even heard of this organization until this video clip went viral, and I think 90% of the world the same, because it was only because of the hit that happened after the fight. So to go into the fight, let's talk about the fight. This guy Giorgio Pules, he's a social media guy. So he's there for clout. He's there to stir. He's there to do something. Armin is a professional athlete. He's going there to do stuff. He's going to go in, do his textbook stuff and put on a clinic like he always does in wrestling. Pules realized this, that he's face to face with a UFC fighter, not MMA. It's going to be wrestling. It's his backyard. It's fine, but he needs to get the upper advantage. And straight off the start, we all saw it. Like I had to go back and watch this fight. What they were talking about, Pules is very dirty. Like, so he has a lot of open hands.
Is this a UFC video? Can we maybe control the video?
It's not a UFC video. It's
maybe maybe it won't get flagged.
Yeah, we can show it. And
okay, well, I'm looking for it.
You'll see a lot that Giorgio Pules, he likes to play with his hands. He'll put his fingers into the eyes. Basically, it's dirty fighting. His dirty tactics. Another dirty tactic in wrestling, like you'll notice in the fight, he goes after his fingers. He because you're facing. He tries to like crack fingers. It's very dirty fighting. You don't slap face.
Your fingers hurt, then
you don't have a grip. Wrestling is all about grip. So it became very dirty. Armin went on to win the fight. I think some sites call it 6-4, 5-3, depending on how you point those takedowns. And now because of that, Armin got up, he took a win, and as soon as the ref put in the decision, he just charged him and started swinging punches on him. That pretty much sets up for a rematch. Hype wanted to take the rematch the same weekend. On Saturday, they were like, okay, let's book for this weekend. They wanted to do it for Saturday. They had the fight booked. Everything was ready with another organization. And Pules stepped out. I'm thinking it's because he spoke to RAF, which is Real American, who gave him this shot. And they were like, listen, you're going to stay with us. We gave you the shot. We'll give you the rematch, but it's going to happen to 60 and 90 days. So Pules stepped out. He's going to wait. Yeah, well, he was supposed to fight on Saturday, the rematch, through another organization. RAF didn't find that fair. Pules, for some reason, says, I'm not fighting under Hype this weekend. Screw the rematch. It's going to happen, the rematch, but under RAF's terms, on the RAF mat, and that's going to be in 60 to 90 days. I think RAF saw what happened to their video, how popular it put them on the map. They want to get this piece of the pie, this rematch. They're like, why would we give it to someone? So did they convince? I don't know I don't know how the organization works. Like, do they have a contract in place with Pules?
The promoter.
So I don't know the details, but I think the fair thing was done. I mean, everyone wanted to see that rematch quickly because people are just like, tell me it now. But no, it's fair. 60 to 90 days. Give these fighters time to go back to the drawing board and see, okay, guy's a social media guy. Well, what's he all about? Now I know how to confront him. He's going to come in dirty. And Armin, he probably taught Giorgio a few things. Like, he's not going to be... He took him down. He still went on to say, you didn't take me down in the fight. He was taken down in the fight. He didn't get points for that takedown. So that's why Giorgio went on to say, you didn't take me down in the fight. He beat him. He took him down. He beat him. Give me the rematch. Shut them both up. It's going to be fun to watch. I think it's fun to watch these wrestlers. I think wrestling is... It's a fun sport to watch.
This is wrestling. This is not MMA. This
No,
is
it's wrestling. Straight up wrestling.
So let's check out this brawl.
Yeah. That's Pulis in the... Oh, yeah. Everyone came out.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
It's
sorry. There's it wasn't showing. Put the right...
Pulis must be loving this because this is just his...
That's why we're getting...
Social media, things are going viral. This is exactly what he wanted.
Okay, what do we miss here?
The volume?
The volume's not working.
Okay. Straight on top of him, just very striking.
Okay.
Oh, big.
What did I miss? What
You
like
you
what? How
missed
come?
the fight?
But what caused all this?
You don't catch it.
It's a
in this
short,
clip,
right?
yeah.
You should find like the better vid.
Yeah, you see Armin just jump on him. There's a better, longer clip.
Because Pulis was the one who was punching him, right?
No, Armin jumped on him
Armin?
and punched him.
Punched him. What?
Yeah, it was Armin, and I don't know. Did he say something? I think Armin was just sick and tired of his bullshit that he had to deal with all fight.
He was dirty, eh?
And, yeah, it was Armin who jumped on him and punched him. He struck him. Pulis is just like,
I'll show
this
you.
This is gonna feed my social media. Look, so I look at the neck brace one.
It, eh?
He milked this one from who does this after a fight? Puts in a live video of like, okay, guys, in a neck brace.
Okay,
I love that.
Yeah, but see that shot there?
Yeah,
That was ugly. That was trash there.
I found the reason that should.
He was talking shit to him and he gave him dirty shots. Like, boom.
Well,
So you see that smack? You can't do that. You
Nah.
can't slap someone like that. That's not wrestling.
That's not wrestling, no.
That's not wrestling.
Okay, so now we see the catalyst of the.
Yeah, these are dirty shots.
By the way, that was a takedown that they didn't count points for, but he took
Really?
him down on that previous one.
Armin did.
Yeah, Armin did.
Yeah. Maybe this organization is just a little full shit there.
And then I get
And then
hell
that's it.
breaks
Yeah,
loose.
it was like basically the fight's over. Armin knew he was winning in points and just struck him. He was like, "I'm done with your stupid shit," and he didn't get banned. So
Yeah.
So one
Hey,
of them,
man.
one of them is a UFC fighter.
yeah, lightweight division.
Yeah.
Yeah, Armin.
Yeah, Armin's good.
Yeah, he is good. He's a good fighter.
And what do you think is going to come out of this? You think it's going to be a UFC fight? Do you think it's going to be a rematch?
I think it's going to be a rematch.
a wrestling rematch.
Hype was calling for a submission-only rematch, which means now you're changing the rules. You're not making it wrestling. You're not going on points. Now it's submission-only. Like, make one person tap out. I think that's fun. I think it's interesting. Why not? When it comes to these, like, slapping competition, these one aspects where you're fighting for points, you're fighting for submission, judo takedowns, where MMA, we're so used to, like, a bit of everything. It's fun to see, especially, okay, we got to see their wrestling. Let's see them submit. Let's see them in. It's a different game.
It's called it's called shoot wrestling, pretty much.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was a bigger thing. Actually, to be a good wrestler, like a WWE style, you should learn your shoot
Like the
wrestling.
basics.
Back in the day, Bob Backlund, the old styles were all shoot wrestlers.
And it makes you a better wrestler.
Mhm.
You understand, okay, the positions to grapple and to take down a guy, you're able to do it. And the pressure points to actually break if you need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what Dana he's venturing out now. He's going to want to do maybe a classification for each different types now, because now that he's succeeded with MMA, he might want to do. And now he's thinking of boxing, right?
Yeah, Zuffa
But I thought the
boxing,
whole
yeah.
point of MMA was you always who was the best fighter because you had the best kickboxer, you had the best wrestler, you had the best jiu-jitsu.
It's the
UFC
best
was like who
all
really
around.
is the best fighter,
all around
exactly.
fighter.
So now it's gonna go backwards and go back how it was before.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
That
to
makes
me.
sense.
that's it.
It makes sense. But
Well,
that's
Because
the UFC.
it's a niche.
UFC was solving the problem of who the best fighter was. Now he's going backwards and
That's what I'm saying.
categorizing every fighter.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. No, I thought you meant it made sense with Dana White's.
Well, if you notice a lot of these like single fights, these submission only, these wrestling fights that we're hearing about on the sidelines, like Anderson Silva is boxing, and Nate Diaz is boxing, and versus Jake Paul, and all these these little things on the sideline, but they all happen to be with UFC fighters. I think what happened is that UFC for the longest time had this monopoly, the stronghold on all these athletes with so much talent in so many different styles of fighting, and they were holding on to all this talent, and they weren't putting in, because they obviously, there's part of they're holding the fights, and they can't just make fights for everyone. You can't just, not everyone can fight. It's just the way it is, despite what fans think. So when you have that limited of like, oh, I wish fighter A would have fought fighter B, but now you have these individual where these fighters can go on the side and be like, oh, you want to do a wrestling only match, and you're still let's do this.
Are they allowed? There's no like something in the contract that you're not allowed fighting other things like.
I guess that comes down to their contract. They're not allowed going and fight MMA into another. If you're signed on a UFC contract, I mean, we go back to George St. Pierre days where George St. Pierre was like, people are like, just give him a rematch versus another. Take him out, put him in another. Nope. Yeah. You can't put him in one championship. Can't put him in Pride. You can't do none of that because he's signed with UFC, and that fight has to be done by UFC unless Dana says, yes, go ahead, my son, fight elsewhere like he did with Conor McGregor and Mayweather. Conor McGregor was under contract with the UFC at the time, and Conor was just basically, you basically have to kind of ask for that release for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't fight MMA elsewhere. He was just boxing only. So, I mean, it helps the fighter too. You got to be a greedy son of a bitch to be like, no, I don't want you to fucking make your own name elsewhere. You're only making your name under the UFC logo.
Well, I'm sure
it's also he's a businessman, right? So he doesn't want you.
McMahon kind of do the same thing.
He doesn't want you, being a superstar on a mat that doesn't have his name on it. So you got to be careful with that. But then again, if it's a wrestling only, it's not his competitor. So, and that was that viral brawl that happened.
Intense.
And so the rematch is set up. I would say it's going to come in about 60 to 90 days that we're talking about.
That's quick.
3 months, yeah. Going to UFC 326 coming up this weekend, boys.
Already?
Yeah. Another big UFC. The big thing this one is again, no title fight. I've talked about it before. We're not going to see actual UFC titles being defended anytime soon.
Why?
Not before because there's just no fights made. I said it last time. It was from January to June.
So they're just regular fights.
Not just all regular fights. Every UFC that is up until June from January, the main events headlining, there hasn't been a UFC title defense. So it's like, what's going on? It's kind of slacking. So this weekend, it's for the BMF title. I think we've talked about it before. A BMF title, it's kind of for stipulated status.
So it's kind of an official thing that if they're actually doing a title fight for the BMF thing, because I remember the episode you said it's not really an official belt.
It's not an official belt. It's simple. Look at it like a Mickey Mouse belt. It's kind of like let's just give it to a guy who like I'm tough, but there's no weight restrictions. There's nothing. It's just who's the tougher brawler than another guy who's willing to be like, yeah, okay, cool, put your name on the belt. I'll fight you for that. So it's what's the validity of that actual belt? I don't know. It makes it fun. It makes it fun for the viewers, especially at a time like now where we're not getting championship fights. Mm-hmm. Are you going to say no to Max Holloway fighting? I'm never going to say no to that. Whether it's for a belt or not, headline him every UFC. For me, it's like watching a championship fight. Max he's a phenom.
But Oliveira, he's good too, of course, right?
Two different fighters, but two of the best in what they do.
Yeah.
Max is a high volume striker. He stands and he strikes. He has the record in the UFC for for the most significant strikes landed, not thrown,
Oh, yeah?
landed over any other fighter in the history of the UFC. He holds the record for the most significant strikes landed in a fight. 455 versus Calvin Kattar. That's the record. 445 significant strikes landed in 25 minutes. He is nonstop pounding, and the skin is touching you. It is. He's a fly on your
brawler,
back.
man. He's a brawler.
Max Hall, and he doesn't give up. You're gonna have to shut him. You have to turn off his lights in order for him to give up.
Whereas Oliveira is more of he's mad.
Oliveira is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
He is the most dangerous man on the ground in the UFC. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
He holds the record for the most submission wins over any other athlete in any division.
Wow.
The most submission wins is Charles Oliveira. So you got
an interesting fight.
The best guy standing up, the best guy going down. So if you guys want to watch the fight and you want to be like, who's going to win? I don't know. Nobody knows. It depends on how the fight's going to go. Is it going to be on? If it's standing up, Charles Oliveira is in trouble. If it goes down, it's like that cringing where you're like, oh my God, the death is coming. It's like the anaconda is already wrapped and it's not wrapped, but the death is is he gonna survive 3 minutes? Now you're looking at the clock. You're like, is he gonna choke? When is he gonna choke him out? It's Charles Oliveira on your back.
But what would you say?
You're done.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Well, this is a rematch, right?
Yeah, it's
a decade-long rematch.
Who won the first one?
So rematch.
Holloway TKO'd Oliveira in 2015.
TKO'd. It was actually it was an injury that happened early in the fight, and it kind of ended
a neck injury. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a neck injury.
Because I have it here, TKO'd. Is it wrong? TKO'd Oliveira in 2015?
Well, I didn't
Holloway
think
won the first one, right?
I didn't think they considered that a win. I thought it was just an injury, and they stopped the fight because of it. It was an injury.
He caused the injury. He hit the guy.
He
so then
you have to stop
the fight is over
early.
So it's a technical knockout. Then,
They were both early in their careers, super young guys. This was 2016?
That's 2015.
It was a long man.
Okay, that's why because it was a TKO.
Well, they're running it back because they're like, hey, we already went up to it, and Charles will never say no to a fight, and Max is just always hungry for a fight. You can tell him, are you ready to fight in 2 weeks, and he will start his fight camp while you're on the phone.
Pat, you're saying that. It's actually very funny because he had I don't know, they met up with. He seems like he's good friends with Daniel Cormier. Right?
This
Max Holloway.
Oh yeah,
they hang out, whatever, and they talk on their podcast, and because Daniel Cormier has his own podcast as well. And he was just Max Holloway's like, whatever, man. We'll fight, no problem, anytime. Yeah, you'll probably beat me because you're so fat, pretty much. Like you just sit on me and I'll just suffer and I can't breathe anymore. But yeah, if you want to fight, let's fight. I don't care, like
DC. That guy, it's fun. It's funny. You ever watch DC back when he was fighting in his days?
Yeah.
He's a big chump of change. He was a big boy, but
Daniel Cormier?
he was the strongest wrestler of his time.
Daniel Cormier?
Yeah, Daniel Cormier. He got beat by John Jones twice, but if it wasn't for John, running his mouth, getting into his head, a lot of that had a huge factor at the time. But that's a whole other discussion we can get into, is how chirping gets into the heads of fighters, great fighters.
For sure, man.
Like we saw Jose Aldo, the greatest fighter.
You think it actually gets into the head, or it's more for show?
I think it's both.
Well, I think it's both. I think the fighters do it to try to get into the head of the fighters. It's funny. Max Holloway said it this week. He was like, ever since the signing of Paramount taking on the UFC, the fighters have to meet each other. They do this face-to-face 3 to 4 times before they actually fight. Whereas before it was just weigh-in, you do your weigh-ins, and then face off.
Yeah, but
and
that's
then the
just
next
more
time,
for...
It's for publicity. I get it, because now they're making these crazy with the fog machine, and the 2 guys step in, and they're doing the face-to-face. But from the fighter's perspective, and Holloway's opinion on this was absolutely correct. He's like, what are you doing to us? You want me to see my opponent 4 times before the fight? You want me to do hey, how's it going?
Because they want that little skirmish. They get too close to the picture.
Do it once. I get it. You do it for that weigh-in, the boxing.
It's to build the fight. It's to build hype.
3-4 times to be like, hey guys, you got to come in on Tuesday at 2:00 because we're doing the fog machine in the middle of the ring. Is there going to be no interviews, no panels, no, just.
I don't want to see this guy.
He's like, what the fuck? I gotta do this on fight week 4 times. Like, enough of your Paramount bullshit. We never had this with UFC. I think it's an interesting point that it's a valid point that he brought up. But you know, like how guys that are with the USADA, how they were complaining how USADA has every right to show up at your house on fight night, fight day at 6 o'clock in the morning and be like, give me your blood, give me your piss right now. And these guys were like, you know, some guys get pinned out. There's stats on how like certain guys get. You know, in the past year, they got asked 50 times while some guys got asked 13 times. And you're like, man, this guy who's getting asked at 6 o'clock in the morning 5 times in 4 days leading up to fight. The guy's probably like, dude, I need my sleep. I need my food. You're fucking interrupting me. Find a legal time. I get it. I have to give you blood and all this.
Yeah, there should be a structure.
But fight week,
you do it
is so important to the fighters. I think you shouldn't touch it. It's I don't know. These fighters, they wait months and months and months, and then you come to that week where they're so in their head that they're not thinking of their wives, they're not thinking of nothing, just their opponents. They don't want to fight. Lights flat. It's a stupid gimmick, but like you said, Tony, it's marketing. Yeah.
So Tom Aspinall has his actual view is that Oliveira is gonna take down. Yeah.
Man. Yeah,
Max Holloway.
That's the guy with the eyes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If he's right, if he can take him down, yeah,
he's done.
He's done.
But he said he's also improving on his strikes too, Oliveira. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess Tom would know.
he has to get close enough to Max in order for Max to like. Max is not just gonna let him push up on him. Max is the guy pushing. He's going to have your back on the cage. So Oliveira is going to have to wait for a mistake. Or maybe Oliveira has to connect. And if he can connect and drop Max to a knee or something, then it's game over. He's got his back and you're done. It's going to be a sad thing to see because, man, true MMA fans going into this weekend, it's like, I'm going to be sad either way.
I know.
I'm going to be sad. It's like, I love to see this fight because I want to see a winner. But I'm going to be sad for either loser. It's going to suck. It's going to suck for Max or Charles going into it, losing. We'll see. We'll see.
Shit, we're going to ChatGPT's going to freaking give us answers.
Holloway, volume striking, cardio, shin durability, Oliveira, elite submissions, dangerous everywhere, size. Realistic, Holloway wins, decision or late TKO. Oliveira wins submission. Prediction, slight lean to Holloway.
It's very competitive.
All right, let's go to Polymarket.
True.
Yeah.
Decision, 55-60%.
It's a tight call. It's a 50-50. You got to think, like, Max knows that he can't go on the ground. So it's easy to say, oh, once he goes on the ground, Charles has got to fight. Max is not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
Max throws more strikes than anyone does. He touches you more than anyone.
And even if it does, I think they're going to be ready to fight anything.
Oh, yeah. And Charles, from his standpoint, must be like, oh, man, once I get his back, it's going to be easy. But you get close to him, that guy's an animal. And even if you do want to strike him, he's going to smile. And like he did to Brian Ortega, I showed you guys the video once where Brian was just bleeding, striking him. And Max is just like, you're not hurting me. Like, fix your hand, do this, defend when I hit you. Like, in a fight, Max is insane.
Yeah.
So to see what he's going to bring to Charles Oliveira, it's going to be, and he knows that Charles is a takedown guy. He's going to hurt him on the ground. So I'm curious to see how he's going to hold his game on the mat. But to go by decision, like it says, I don't think he's going to last 5 rounds. I don't think it's going to go 5 rounds. Man, it's going to be a long 5 rounds of striking Oliveira and not a single mistake. So Oliveira is either his face is going to be smashed in or I don't see how it's going to hurt him.
I'm excited to see this. Actually,
yeah, it's going to be good.
This is happening this Saturday?
This Saturday, yeah. In Vegas, T-Mobile, so it's going to be normal times, which now main cards start at 9 instead of 10, not like in the past. So just remember that.
And this will be either pay-per-view or Paramount?
It's Paramount for most of the world except for us. We got to still watch it on the pay-per-view.
In Canada, it would have to be pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. Yeah, pay-per-view, like we're all watching it. Hey, Dana? I'm paying.
We all pay here.
We pay. But no. Besides that, like just to wrap up UFC 326, there's another fight that's going to be interesting, which is not the co-headliner, the sub. It's Rob Font versus Rojas. Man, these names they get me every time. Paul Rosas. He's 19 years old, going against Rob Font, who's I think I heard 16 years older than him. So you got an older veteran, Rob Font, always a solid fighter in the game, but this Rosas is just this young. I don't know if you guys probably seen him, Chiwiwi guy. He's like Chiwiwi. He's got a face that when you just type in Chiwiwi and you're gonna get his face. He's very recognizable.
38, 39 years old?
No, Chiwiwi boy, he's 19.
No, the other guy.
Oh, I would say he's mid 30s or close to 40. I would say 36, 37. Yeah, I want to say that. But no, that's the only fight. Besides that, the card is a little weak. There's no championship fight, so you got just one 5-round fight, the main headliner for the BMF. Should be interesting. See how that goes.
Next topic.
And it was the
Next. Next is Pereira vacates title. What do you think about that? So he was kind of was he asked to vacate it?
Well, my question to you guys is, why would a healthy fighter vacate a championship belt? Why do you think a healthy fighter?
Oh, he was asked to, no? Or
No, he vacated it. He wasn't asked. I think Tom was asked to vacate his title because of his eye gouge.
Yeah.
To leave space. But
Did they have
Pereira,
something on him, or there's something that they don't
that's
want to tell
interesting.
us?
I didn't think of that. They have something on him. That's an interesting take, because I have heard of
Maybe
stuff like that
he
in the
did
past.
something and they did something that's private and they don't agree with, or I don't know. It could be anything.
Okay.
If it was fight related, they would have announced it. So it has to be. It's not. They're not disclosing it. There must be
because
something.
giving up a title. Usually you're injured. You can't fight. You can't defend it. So if you can't defend your title, you got to give it up. They have something on you, or you get tested.
Well, there was no explanation why he vacated it. He just
well, I think he vacated it because it's the obvious reason. He came into the UFC and he just steamrolled through fighters. Divisions. The middleweight, he gained weight. He went up to 205. He won the lightweight, the light heavyweight, and now so you got a 2-division title. He got the 2 titles extremely fast, and he beat key fighters like Israel Adesanya. He chopped him down for the belt. He chopped Yuri Prohaska for the light heavyweight belt, and now what's left for him? That's the only thing. And you see him walking around. He's not walking at 205. He's walking heavy. So this guy can fight indicating it because he wants to be triple. He's going for the legacy, the ultimate 3 belts. Not many guys have done this.
Maybe they're asking him to vacate it because he can't hold a belt in the division if he's going to fight for. He can't defend it because he's too heavy for that belt.
No, he's willing. I'm sure he can drop weight because if he's the champion for that belt, he's done it. That he's dropped weight and he can do it. And
yeah,
I'm
but
sure
it's not
the guy
healthy. Drop and gain, drop and gain, drop and gain. So
not.
maybe if his intentions are to keep gaining weight to go to fight for a higher belt, there's no way he can defend that belt. So they asked him to drop it. Maybe, maybe it's just legitimate.
Is he friends with Tom Aspinall? Maybe he did in solidarity.
I don't know, but you know what? With today's news of Tom signing with Matchbook, he's signing. It's not. He didn't sign with another fighting organization, which is what's his name, Eddie Hearn, which is the nemesis of Dana White. They're 2 guys that are just head to head. Both organizations, they like to shit on each other, and so this guy Eddie Hearn went and signed Tom Aspinall, but as a manager only. So this is interesting. He's not going to fight for him because he's not allowed, because he still has contracts. But when his contract runs out with Dana White, it's nice to have Eddie Hearn in your side as your manager, renegotiating your contract now. Because when you were solo, you couldn't negotiate with Dana White. They would eat you alive. Those guys would have just eat you down. So I think it was an interesting move. I think in return, what's going to happen now because of today's news, I think Dana's gonna strip him of the title. So we no longer have a heavyweight champion. It's official, which we kind of knew was kind of coming because he was injured, needed the eye surgery. What's going on? There's no champions. The heavyweight division sucks right now. We talked about this last time. This is good news, guys. This is good news for the heavyweight.
Yeah.
If he Pereira vacated his title because he's sending a message that he wants to move up to heavyweight, do this, man.
Yeah,
this is great news for fighters.
Does he want to move up? Is that what he said?
This is why he's vacating it. I think
that's the reason.
because he's walking heavier than a light heavyweight right now. So he's walking much heavier than 205, which is the limit for light heavyweight.
You're assuming it's that, or you think?
I'm assuming. I didn't. This is nothing that Alex said.
Okay.
But I'm assuming, and what I'm
there's
hearing.
nothing in the news that's saying why.
Well, everyone's saying the same thing. Like, why would someone vacate it? Usually, the first thing is injury.
Maybe you want to finish on top. Like maybe you want to end his
career. No, but he was asked to vacate it. He's not vacating.
No. He wasn't asked to vacate it, Alex. He vacated on his own. He vacated on his own. No, he vacated on his own. It's different. Tom Aspinall is different. If he wants to hold his title and be like, I'm champion, then you got your president is like, dude, you're holding out the belt. You're holding fights. You can't do that. That you can be asked to vacate your title. But Alex, keep your fucking title. But who's he going to fight? He topped Yuri. Yuri's already at the top of the division. If you remove Alex, so now what are you going to do? Make him refight Yuri? Like, Yuri's maybe like, don't ruin Yuri like that. So you can't do that at the same time.
Maybe his mentality, okay, I dominated the division here.
Absolutely. He dominated 2 divisions. He beat Israel Adesanya at a division lower. The best. The guy that we thought was going to steamroll and no one's going to beat him. He took him down.
I think he wants just to finish his career in that weight class on top and not lose.
Triple champ.
Yeah. All right.
Triple champ.
Makes sense.
And then finish your career. Go with that.
How old is he?
38.
6'4".
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's no time to waste.
A cool thing about Alex Pereira that I noticed in his interview recently, he has no cauliflower ear. So
really?
The guy's 0 fighters. He's all stand-up. So he does have weaknesses. But now he's smart. Like, you go into heavyweights, no one's wrestling in the heavyweights. It's all big, heavy. Yeah. It's striking. It's just who can keep the stronger chin. And, well, I mean, then again, you get John Jones, who's just a serial killer. He comes in all aspects. And you want to play on the ground, he'll take you down. Everywhere. But it's interesting. So what does this lead? Vacating the title? Who's next? Why is he doing it? Who's he going for? Tom Aspinall? John Jones? Those are the only 2 names right now. It's interesting. Either one, I'll take him. I'll take that fight.
Probably.
I would take it.
But he's out. No,
he's out. When he comes back, he's going to vacate the title.
Is he allowed to come back?
And he does. Yeah, he's on contract. He has to fight.
No, he said he left for Matchbox. What'd you say?
No, he didn't leave. So he got signed by a management, basically saying
so
the guy doesn't have a manager, right? So instead of getting signed by like this guy, Mr. Briscoe, he got signed by Eddie Hearn, who owns Matchbook Management.
Okay, when you said that, I thought it was like another MMA league.
No, that's why I didn't want to confuse and say, because he's not allowed to go fight anywhere. He can't leave.
Okay, I understood.
But having this management by his side and not his dad, who could be his manager, he's got a lot more pull when it comes to
negotiating power.
Because especially right now, there's a lot of
team.
Yeah, and he's knocking heads with Dana. So it's the best move that could have happened to him right now. And it happened at the same time, same week that Alex Pereira vacates the title. So it's like, okay, let's go.
The signs.
Yeah. Dana's working hard.
Tom Aspinall, like his recent eye surgery is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's recovering well.
Well, so far, like he posted something on X or on Instagram. I'm not sure, and he said good messages, pretty much.
It's positive.
It's positive. So it could happen. This is is a positive. Maybe in 2026 you might see a fight.
That'll be fun.
Imagine,
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see a heavyweight champion.
Did you fight with goggles? Is that allowed?
Like, what was his name in the Bulls? Horace Grant.
Horace Grant was.
Horace Grant.
Yeah.
Always think of those protective goggles.
Yeah.
From what, the NBA?
NBA, yeah.
And we go on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So the last one is interesting. I like this is an interesting topic.
Pay gap.
So everyone's. What do you think of the massive $15 million pay gap between boxing and the UFC from the same company?
Oh, you got to ask yourself, why does boxing make more money? Never mind what happened, what we're going to talk about with Zuffa, but why has it always been that boxing, if you're a champion, your title fights are never under like 20 million. So your Canelo, you're in the tens of millions. You're around there for a championship title fight in boxing.
Maybe because it's been around longer.
UFC,
I think it's the promotion that sanctions it. You have the IBF, all that stuff. So you have the New Jersey
the commissions,
commissions,
Nevada
State
I get it.
Commission.
What does that have to do with the purse?
But
Like,
that's it.
Because they run everything. It's all run under this.
But Dana White has the money.
But
He has the money to pay his fighters. He can do it. And this is why it's going to come into our point where Dana White has the UFC. Everyone's saying he's underpaying his fighters. Championship fights, you're getting anywhere between $300K to $3 million. We've seen highest.
like we have here. Look, entry level roster is $12,000.
No, you're talking the really
Finishing fighter is $100,000 bonus.
Yeah.
Plus 25 finish bonus.
Yeah.
So it's it's very big range from UFC fighter and $15 million.
and if you want to talk about Zuffa, he's right on the page, right? So Conor Benn, he gets signed. He's a boxer that gets signed by Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing is owned by, guess who? Dana White. So now you've got Dana White, who owns UFC, and he owns Zuffa Boxing, and he's sending a message saying, I just signed a fighter for $15 million, one fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What did Israel Adesanya say this week on Twitter? He came out and he posted a video. He was like, hey, Dana, where's my $15 million? Good point. Because why isn't Dana giving it to his guy? So why does Dana have that preference of paying boxers and underpaying his UFC fighters?
Does a boxing fight make more money?
I would say today's day and age.
I thought UFC would make a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the reason why he's giving this prize money of 15 mil is because he wants to grow this brand.
This brand. Okay.
You know, so I think
it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair, Steve.
Yeah.
You're right. It is the move to make because you're putting in, people are talking about it. But what is the message
exactly
you're
what I
saying
said.
to the fighters?
So boxing offers a higher top-tier payout than UFC, primarily due to a fragmented promotional landscape that fosters competition. That's what it's saying here. Allowing elite fighters to negotiate
I think
60 to 70% of revenue.
I think what it's saying is because there's different boxing associations, they have to compete with each other and offer these big purses to attract the
they're able
fighters.
to negotiate up to 60-70% revenue compared to the UFC, which is has a monopoly model.
So they can dictate.
They can dictate exactly.
Yeah.
So again,
and boxing has a longer history and higher pay-per-view revenue and independent lucrative sponsorships. They have more sponsorships. Opportunities also contribute to a higher earnings.
So they had the monopoly for the longest time. Now they have boxing, so they own both. They have both aspects. Why again does the value of your why is the value of your fighters different from one to the other?
Well, this is all UFC that's promoting it, right? But with boxing, you have different promoters, which leverages the competition and leverages the purse.
Right.
There's no
I get it, but now we're not talking about the many,
like the UFC.
I'm not talking about the many promoters.
And
I'm
the
talking
revenue
about
models for boxers, there's more.
Well, Tony, you're not listening. There's just one promoter right now, Zuffa Boxing, and they paid a guy $15 million. Zuffa's president is the same guy that is paying other champions $300,000. That's my problem. I'm not talking about Nevada
boxing,
and WBO
higher, right?
and all that.
Saying?
I'm talking really this guy, Conor Benn, who just got signed for $15 million. Why did this guy get signed $15 million when Israel deserves his $15 million? When other guys are, there's plenty of guys that heard this news, the actual fighters, and they're like, imagine being on contract and talking about your boss and being like, hey, dude, what the fuck is my pay?
Yeah.
And so again, why is the value different from these guys? Are these guys not getting struck in the face as much? Mm-hmm. Is it really the promotion? No, because it's just one promotion, and that. I see Zuffa and I see UFC and I just see the same person at the top of the pyramid, and that guy is giving way more money. Steve, you're right. He's building his promotion. But fuck, at the same time, it's a slap in the face for your other guys.
100%,
why didn't, if you knew you were going to start this boxing and feed in the money, why didn't you save and better pay your fighters and then balance it and have both. And then you want to send your
Yeah,
Nate
but at the end of
Diaz
the day, it's still his decision. It's monopolized. He can decide how he wants to
obviously,
structure his
but
his funds.
look, like I have some quotes over here. This is upsetting a lot of UFC fighters now. So you have Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, he said it.
What's next? I want $50 million for one fight too.
Yeah.
Max Holloway, know your worth, know what it is, hold your ground. You should know what your worth is. It's just hurtful to see the money go that way in that division. He's nowhere near the best. Okay, I guess these are not quotes. I'll edit that part out.
That one didn't make sense.
That's AI. But yeah, a lot of people are. But it's kind of a stupid move by Dana White. He must have known this was going to upset UFC fighters.
Yeah.
Like he should have known. Like he just didn't care, right?
No,
He doesn't care. And he could have set it up better, because I think if fighters, so now fighters are going to be like, okay, send me to Zuffa. I'm going to go box because you're going to pay me better there.
Maybe he did that for that reason, to UFC fighters
to kind of like
split up all the talent to go over to Zuffa, and I don't know.
But usually in a boxing card, there's going to be 3 fights, right? Whereas if you do UFC, like freaking 10 fights.
no, boxing card is not 3 fights.
No, there's a lot. No, yeah, it's true. The boxing, you can have like 6, 7. You can have.
Yeah.
You have the main
Well,
card,
not
which
too
is
many.
between 3 and 5, and then there's the undercard, which
Yeah.
is
But I think you have more fights on a UFC.
Yeah, I think
UFC,
so,
you
too.
have like, you can go up to 15, 12
Exactly.
to 15.
So
Yeah.
imagine paying every
Yeah, you can have like if the undercard is going to be 5 million, I don't know.
I get it.
And then
Okay, so just make main card fights. Your lowest main card, the first of the 5, $1 million. Then the second one's $2 million, and then your main card, the winner is like $5 million. Like, I'm just trying to give you like a pay gap, an
Guys,
idea,
but the main
where it entices the fighters to the minimum I can win if I'm on the main card is $1 million. Now I'm fighting for my spot in that main card. But if you're telling me that I have to make my way not only into the main card but into that top spot, get the belt, and fight for $1 million, what's going on here?
Yeah, but it's just structured. Everybody is fighting under UFC, right?
Yeah.
So he's promoting it, and then he can decide what to pay. In boxing, you have
it
different
sucks. I
promotions.
know. Yeah, no.
You as the champion, you could one day you could be fighting.
he has a monopoly on- I
so-
get it, but I'm talking about the disrespect that is towards your fighters, because your fighters they see you giving someone else money, and you're like, hold on, that money comes from your wallet. Why didn't you
Until
give me a
there's
cut
another
about
competition, it's always going to be like that.
And it's champions that are talking. Israel Adesanya, a guy who has won the belt, who has fought hard for this guy, and he knows the check that he got, and he sees this. So that tells me that Israel never got a $15 million payday.
Sure.
Never came close to it. If he's saying that, and Israel should have got $15 million by now. Think of it, $15 million for one guy, one fight. UFC, some guys, most guys, have never made that in their career.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think UFC does not have a big competitor? Like even WWE had WCW, boxing has other leagues. How come
That's a good
UFC just seems wasn't there was Bellator its own thing?
Was good, but
Was that his own thing? Or
Well,
was it?
UFC bought Bellator, I think.
yeah.
I guess
they got-
UFC
then
just
Pride
buys out the
got-
competition. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there was a lot of
So
competition.
why don't we just start our own fucking MMA and get bought out? Every night we have a fight over here in the middle.
We need to have, yeah.
Imagine. But
Sanctioned in my the basement.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, boys.
All right.
Watch UFC 326, and if you want to put your money, put it down on Chiwiwi. That's a guaranteed money maker.
What
this
about
guy,
Holloway and?
that's I would not put my money on
No,
that,
you don't want to touch that.
because that's going either way, 50-50. I want to say,
Who do you want to win? Do you have a favorite?
like I said, I would be sad either way who's going to lose.
Oh, yeah?
So it's
You
like,
love them both?
if that tells me I love them both, I don't want one to win because I'm sad. I'm instantly sad for the loser
Yeah.
when I think of who's winning. I don't want either guy to lose. So it's going to be, who do I think is going to win? I don't know. I think it's going to be Oliveira.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I had to make a call, my call is Oliveira. I think Oliveira is going to crack him. He's going to weaken him. He's going to find a way to sneak in and get his arms around his body and his legs. I think
It's not a
Oliveira's
fight. There's no title. It's not. It's three
The
rounds.
BMF. No, it's BMF. Five rounds.
It's 5 rounds for BMF.
5 rounds. They're going 25
BMF?
minutes. So,
BMF?
baddest motherfucker.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's basically I'm holding who's.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun. I think Oliveira's gonna have to crack him hard though. He's really gonna have to because Max has got a jaw of steel. So.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we have enough.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It's still a bit purple.
You think it's the shirt that does it?
No, it's the
or-
camera. This for some reason this camera is a little.
Last time it was red.
Without the adjustment, camera's still. Take a picture. You just to.
Right, you want to play that Mana Mana video?